Okay, hi, how you doing? This is Eric, and I just wanted to make a video here to talk about domain capital. A bunch of people keep asking me about my experience with domain capital, and it doesn't seem like very many people know what's going on. So I'm just going to recap a little bit about my experience and what you can do to find out if you qualify for financing from domain capital. Number one was I just got a hold of them. I called them and talked to Vince. Vince was a very nice guy. I met him at Traffic in Miami. And basically just talked about a couple of my names. He asked for the most valuable names, ones that I was interested in financing. So I gave him a couple names, and then he got back to me about whether the names were acceptable or not. Basically, you just wait to hear back from them to see. They got to see if the names are going to work for them, if they qualify. What they really want to know as well is about appraisal. Is that once you tell them your names, they'll let you know whether they're interested or not. If they're interested in your names, then you need to go get an appraisal. It's pretty easy. Just go to moniker appraisals, and they accept moniker appraisals as accurate. Your names have to be valued at least $10,000 or over in order to qualify for financing from domain capital. And so after that is if you give them the names, they like them, and they're get valued by a moniker for over $10,000, then you're set and ready to go to continue. The next step would be then a credit application. Just fill out a simple form, they check your credit, and there's no need to worry. I don't have very much credit. I don't borrow very much money, and so my credit history was kind of lax, whatever, and they still accepted me. So you don't have to have perfect credit. And I'll get to that a little bit later, but you still do have to have good credit in order to get the loan. So basically, it's the callback is they want the good name, make sure it's worth 10 grand, and then that your credit's okay. And once you've fulfilled these, then you can proceed. And you proceed. The first thing you do is sign a confidentiality agreement, just to protect both parties about the exchange of information about names and who owns what. It's a very simple form, nothing crazy. After that, it's a lease agreement. What happens is this, is that you transfer your name to domain capital. Your domain name, it will actually be transferred into their name. They are now the current owner. And then you will lease the name from them. You have your lease payments. You will have 60 equal payments leasing back from them. When the lease is done, then you just buy your name back for $1, and they send the name, transfer the name right back into your name. And what this does is that it gives them the collateral that if you don't make your payments, the name is already in their name. They don't have to go after you. They already own it, and it makes them very simple for them. I think it's a fair agreement, and the lease agreement is fair. You still have 100% control of that name. So if you have a site running on that name, you're making money from that name, you still can run it, do whatever you want. Within reason. There's a few restrictions. They don't want you to do anything crazy with it. But you have full access to the site. What you put on the content, whatever income you make off of it, it's all up to you. And it's just the name is registered to domain capital. And when the lease is done, again, they buy it back from you $1, or you buy it back from them. The name is back in your name, and it's done. So it's a very simple process. Find a good name, get it appraised, and make sure you got good credit, and there you are. There's really two main factors to this situation that are variables, and that is the interest rate on the loan and also the percent of the domain value. That they will loan you up to 60% of the value of the name. And I say up to because depending on your credit situation, depending on the name, or depending how they feel that day, they can loan you anywhere in between that. But again, it's just negotiation. You have to work through them. I have to say that after going through this process, I was a little intimidated at first, but after going through it, I feel very comfortable with the domain capital. I had a really great experience with Vince. And I would recommend that if you're looking for financing for your domain names, that domain capital may be the way to go. So go to the website, and they have a email on there where you can email them, or their telephone number is on there, and see what you can do. And hopefully you can finance some of your names and move forward in your domain career. Thanks for watching.